Hey everyone, this is Brian from TrueTricks.com. I'm going to do a short tutorial video on how to use Twitter. Now what I have here is a test account that I created, and you can see that in my last video. But basically Twitter is a social media network, and you can post any message up to 140 characters. And you can see here there is the list of characters that you have left, so I can say hello, and it will take out 5 characters. So I'm going to delete that, and what you have over here is the name of the account, as well as your avatar, which is going to be the picture that pops up next to it, and that can be any picture that you can upload through the settings panel. You can follow people, and you can be followed. Now, what it means to follow and be followed is that if I am following someone, I'm going to basically subscribe to all of their updates. So, for instance, I'm only following 2 people right now, and I'm following Smashing Magazine and Twitter themselves for updates. So Smashing Magazine, as you can see, updates quite a bit, whereas Twitter does not update that much. So you can see all of the updates, and the more people you subscribe to, obviously the more updates you're going to get. If you get followers, then that means that if you post something like, hello from TrueTricks, then that is going to go out to all of your followers. Now, since I have no followers, no one is going to see that. However, if I do have followers, let's say I have 10 people following me, the only way that they're going to see that is if they're logged in and looking at this. This doesn't mean that it goes out to every single person. It only goes out to the people that are paying attention at that time. Now, if I don't update this for a week and it stays like that, then anyone who comes and looks at my profile is going to see this message right here. However, if I'm updating constantly, which is what you should be doing, then they're going to see new messages all the time. And if they're not a part of the conversation, then they're not going to see it. So what this means is that it's kind of like a chat room, and there's hundreds of thousands of millions of people in this room, and if you walk out of the room for a minute to go do something else, you're not going to see what's going on. This is why Twitter is a very active network, and to get, in terms of marketing a business, if you want to market a business through Twitter, you have to put a lot of time into it. And it is very, very beneficial, but it also takes a lot of time. Now, over here on the right side, you're going to see Home, and this is what you're going to see right here of all the people that you're subscribing to, as well as your updates. Now, right below Home, you're going to see your @replies. @replies are anything that someone is sending at you, which means if they say, hey, Brian, me, if they say, hey, Brian, check this out, then it will come to me and it will notify me. But you're, again, going to have to check this. Now, in order to send an @reply, let's say I wanted to send an @reply to Smashing Magazine and thank them for sending that article out because let's say I thought it was interesting or helpful. So I'm going to say @smashing, @smashing, I cannot spell today, @smashing_mag, thanks for the link. Now, this is going to go to them, and they will see this. Now, anything that is done to you is going to show up in this @reply window right here. So I'm going to delete that for a second. Now, direct messages are the same thing as @replies, but they are private. They are only going to be seen by the person sending it and the person receiving it. Direct messages can only be sent to people who are following you, and people can only send direct messages if you are following them. Or, I'm sorry, can only send them to you if you are following them. Now, if someone sends you a direct message, it's going to send an email to the account that you signed up to Twitter with. If you have an iPhone or a BlackBerry or some device like that, you can get push notifications so that both direct messages and @replies will come directly to your phone. This is great because, like I said before, you have to be active quite a bit of the time for this to be successful. That means that they can come to you, and I've replied to people replying to me at stoplights while getting coffee or whatever it may be. But it means that I'm pretty much always available, and this is really helpful when you're trying to promote a business. Now, favorites, you can mark tweets as favorites if you want to go back and do something. And retweets is basically retweeting a link that you find useful. How I explained rest to my wife, for instance. If I want to retweet that, retweet to your followers, I'm going to click yes. It's going to repost the exact same message from me, but it's going to say RT Smashing Magazine, so retweet Smashing Magazine, and then post the same message. So if I think this is really interesting, then I can do that, because then it will send it out to all the people following me. And like I showed on the home page in the last tutorial, you can search for what people are doing, or keywords. If something's going on, you've got trending down here, for instance, TGIF. Today is Friday. You can search TGIF and see how many people are talking about Friday. So it's really helpful. Now, Twitter is a great service, like I said before. It's a great way to meet new people and find people that are interested in the same things you are interested in. It's a great way to promote a business. However, I will say there are a few things lacking from the Twitter homepage. And a great way to, I guess, supplement that would be to get a desktop app. Now, a desktop app, a good example of that would be this right here. And Seesmic is one of them. I'm going to do some tutorials on Seesmic as well as a few others. But this means that, as you can see here, the updates come to me rather than me having to click refresh and see what new updates are available. So I will do another tutorial video on desktop apps, but for now, this is Twitter, and you can see your profile right here, as well as find people to follow and change your settings and such. So please ask questions and rate, comment, and subscribe, and I look forward to seeing you in more tutorial videos.